Hey there, amazing viewers. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Art of Flow, and I'm super excited to have you join us today. We have an incredible story lined up for you in this video, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right into this captivating journey. The air was cool and crisp, signaling the impending arrival of autumn. Diana, with her loose, wavy hair and colorful, flowing dress, seemed a part of this charmingly untamed landscape, just like the wildflowers that dotted the park's edges. The children's playground buzzed with laughter and excited voices as kids climbed, swung, and slid on the colorful equipment. Parents stood by, chatting casually and keeping a watchful eye on their little ones. It was a picturesque scene, an idyllic representation of childhood innocence and joy. Diana lifted her camera and captured several candid shots of the children at play, their carefree spirits mirrored in her own radiant smile. The sound of a child's scream pierced the air, shattering the tranquility like a sudden bolt of lightning. A small boy, no older than 6, bolted from the sandbox, tears streaming down his face as he ran to his mother. Confusion and concern rippled through the park as everyone's attention focused on the sandbox. Diana, driven by her insatiable curiosity, moved closer to investigate. She peered into the hole the boy had been digging, and her heart skipped a beat. There, half buried in the sand, was the lifeless face of a woman. The gruesome sight was in stark contrast to the jovial environment surrounding it. Diana's hands trembled as she snapped a few photos of the grisly discovery before her instincts kicked in, urging her to call the police. Within minutes, the park swarmed with detectives, police officers, and forensic experts. The once lively playground was now a crime scene, wrapped in yellow caution tape, its innocence forever tainted. Diana, still clutching her camera, knew she had stumbled upon something dark and sinister, and she couldn't help but feel drawn into the mystery. As the detective in charge approached her, Diana knew she was about to embark on a dangerous journey, unraveling the secrets that lay buried beneath the playground's sand. Chapter 2, Unveiling Shadows. Detective Richard Collins, a seasoned investigator with a no-nonsense demeanor, questioned Diana about her discovery. She recounted the events leading up to the moment she noticed the body, her voice steady despite the chilling experience. Detective Collins studied her with an appreciative nod, noting her calmness and attention to detail. After finishing her statement, Diana hesitated for a moment before offering the detective the photos she had taken of the scene. He raised an eyebrow at her boldness but accepted them, flipping through the images with a scrutinizing gaze. It was clear to Diana that her involvement in the case wouldn't end with a simple statement. As the police continued to work on the scene, Diana felt an irresistible pull to learn more about the unidentified woman in the sandbox. Her adventurous spirit and insatiable curiosity couldn't be contained, and she decided to do some digging of her own. Her investigation led her to the local archives, where she scoured newspapers and public records for any information that could shed light on the woman's identity. Days turned into weeks as Diana delved deeper into the town's hidden past, uncovering long-forgotten stories of disappearances and unsolved murders that seemed to stretch back decades. Her findings painted a picture of a quaint English town with a dark underbelly. As she pieced together the puzzle, Diana found herself drawn to a particular cold case from 30 years ago. A young woman, eerily similar in appearance to the victim found in the playground, had vanished without a trace. Diana couldn't shake the feeling that there was a connection between the two cases. She brought her findings to Detective Collins, who was initially skeptical but couldn't deny the striking similarities. Reluctantly, he agreed to let Diana assist in the investigation, recognizing her tenacity and valuable research skills. Together, they began to unravel a web of deceit, betrayal, and long-buried secrets, revealing that the seemingly idyllic town had more skeletons in its closet than anyone could have imagined. And as Diana ventured further into the shadows, she realized that her own life could be in danger. But there was no turning back now. Her fearless nature and unwavering determination would see her through to the end, no matter what horrors awaited her. Chapter 3, whispers in the dark. Diana's determination to solve the case brought her to the doorsteps of longtime residents who might have known the missing woman from 30 years ago. Many were hesitant to talk, their eyes darting nervously as they recalled the fear and uncertainty that had once gripped the town. Others shared hushed whispers of old rumors, long-forgotten scandals, and unsettling ghost stories that had plagued the town's history. With each new clue, Diana could feel the pieces falling into place. The woman in the sandbox was not an isolated incident, she was part of a larger, more sinister pattern that had been hidden in plain sight for decades. Late one night, Diana found herself standing in front of the town's abandoned asylum, its crumbling facade casting eerie shadows across the moonlit grounds. She had discovered that the missing woman from 30 years ago had been a patient there before her disappearance, and the asylum's dark past seemed inextricably linked to the gruesome discoveries she had been making. Her heart pounding, Diana entered the decaying building, armed with nothing but her camera and a flashlight. The air inside was stale and heavy with the weight of untold suffering. As she ventured deeper into the labyrinth of forgotten rooms, she could hear the faint echoes of whispers and distant cries, remnants of the tormented souls who had once called this place home. In a dusty corner, Diana found a trove of old patient records and newspaper clippings, their yellowed pages brittle with age. She carefully examined each one, and her blood ran cold as she realized that there had been a string of suspicious deaths at the asylum, all young women who bore a striking resemblance to the victim in the playground. Diana quickly shared her findings with Detective Collins, and they began to piece together the twisted puzzle. It seemed that someone connected to the asylum had been preying on young women for decades, their heinous acts hidden behind a veil of secrecy and fear. As they delved deeper into the asylum's past, they uncovered a chilling connection to a powerful, influential family in town. As Diana and Detective Collins closed in on the truth, they knew they were putting themselves at risk. They had disturbed a hornet's nest, and the danger was only growing. But they were too close to the truth to back down now, even as sinister forces seemed to close in around them. Chapter 4: The Unseen Enemy. As Diana and Detective Collins continued their search of the family estate, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The patriarch's arrogance and defiance seemed out of place, as if he were hiding something even more sinister than the chilling evidence they had uncovered. Their suspicions were confirmed when they discovered a hidden passageway behind one of the mansion's many bookcases. The narrow, dimly lit corridor led them deep into the heart of the estate, where they stumbled upon a secret chamber that housed a shrine dedicated to an ancient, malevolent force. It appeared that the family had been involved in dark rituals and twisted experiments, using the abducted women as unwilling participants. The walls of the chamber were adorned with grotesque symbols and inscriptions, written in a language that seemed to defy translation. Diana's camera captured every eerie detail, the images serving as a chilling reminder of the horrors that had transpired within the hidden room. The patriarch, realizing that his secret was in jeopardy, had already made his escape, leaving behind a trail of destruction and a cryptic message hinting at a devastating endgame. The message, scrawled in frantic handwriting, spoke of a powerful artifact that could unleash unspeakable chaos upon the world. With time running out, Diana and Detective Collins raced to decipher the message and track down the true mastermind behind the decades-long reign of terror. As they followed the trail of clues left by the patriarch, they delved deeper into the world of the occult and the hidden societies that lurked in the shadows of the seemingly idyllic town. Their investigation led them to a secret gathering of cloaked figures, their faces hidden behind ornate masks. The pair, disguised as members of the mysterious group, infiltrated the gathering, hoping to learn more about the sinister plot that was unfolding. They soon realized that the powerful enemy they were up against had eyes and ears everywhere, making their mission even more perilous. With each new discovery, the stakes grew higher, and the danger to Diana and Detective Collins became more apparent. Friends and allies were revealed to be agents of the unseen enemy, and the town itself seemed to be conspiring against them. The once peaceful streets took on a menacing air, the shadows creeping ever closer as they closed in on the truth. In the dead of night, as Diana and Detective Collins pressed onward, they stumbled upon an ancient library, filled with forbidden texts and long-lost artifacts. The dusty tomes contained information about the malevolent force they were up against, as well as the dark rituals that had been performed in its name. As they pored over the ancient texts, Diana and Detective Collins began to unravel the twisted motives of the unseen enemy. The Patriarch was but a pawn in a much larger game, one that threatened not only the town but the entire world. They knew that they had to act quickly, for the clock was ticking, and the final hour was fast approaching. What an incredible journey we've just been through together. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. It's amazing how stories can captivate us, inspire us, and even teach us a thing or two. If you have any thoughts, comments, or insights, please don't hesitate to share them in the comment section below. I love hearing from you. Before we wrap things up, if you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more engaging and exciting content like this. Don't forget to also click the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Once again, I'm Art of Flow, and it's been a pleasure sharing this experience with you. Until next time, take care and stay awesome.